Hello. I'm David McGar. This is Property Value, where I talk about commercial real estate focused on South Florida. Hope you're doing well. It's April 4th, 2022. Let's get it into some headlines. What am I seeing? Let's first go over a couple things that are happening in here, Miami, Florida, where I am. It says the Miami Tech Month has started. 10 events you don't want to miss. April is here, and that means Miami Tech Month has officially arrived. What began as Week of Technology conferences grew into a month-long series of events jammed-packed with meetups, presentations that celebrate South Florida's status as a rising star of innovation sector. There's something for everyone in the month that features cryptocurrency seminars, startup pitch nights, happy hours, and more. For more, check out the guide on South Florida Business Journal. So you had the NFT week. That was April 1st to 3rd. Today's the 4th, so that was last week. You did miss that. Coming in this week, Next Generation for Chapman Partnership, exploring crypto philanthropy. Excuse me. April 5th, how can cryptocurrencies actually improve communities? Bitcoin Miami Conference, April 6th through 9th. The world's largest Bitcoin conference is heading to the Miami Beach Convention Center with speakers like billionaire Michael Saylor and El Salvador President Nayib Bukele among the featured speakers. April 6th, Miami Tech Happy Hour, the reoccurring happy hour at the Freehold in Wynwood, will be held in celebration of the Bitcoin Miami Conference. April 10th, we have the Park and Bay Cleanup. April 14th, Venture Miami Hiring Fair. The Tech Hiring Fair will return to Miami-Dade College, Wolfson campus in a bid to connect dozens of startups and established companies with local talent. The event is being organized by Mayor Suarez's Venture Miami initiative, which is dedicated to growing the city's technology and innovation sector. Emerge America's Conference, April 18th and 19th. After a 2-year hiatus, South Florida's homegrown technology conference is returning to the Miami Beach Convention Center. Emerge Americas connects technology entrepreneurs, investors, and venture capital firms with the goal of transforming Miami into the tech hub of the Americas. Keynote speakers for this year's event include tennis champion and entrepreneur Serena Williams, Reddit initialized capital funder and Williams' husband, Alex Honian, and Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary. April 18th and 19th, React Miami Conference, organized as part of the Emerge Americas Conference. React will bring together more than 400 developers for networking and educational events. Definitely nothing Web3 equity and developer DAO, April 21. Head to the Kimpton Surfcomber Hotel in Miami Beach to learn more about NFTs, decentralized autonomous organizations, DAO, and everything you need to know about Web 3.0. Incubate Pitch Night, April 25th, ending out the month. This competition at the NSU, Broward Center for Innovation in Davie, will include 5 startup pitches in front of a live audience of investors, supporters, and community members. So that's what you got going on in April in Miami for Tech Week. Go out and check that out. Celebrate and community and learn something about cryptocurrencies. Learn something about startups. Learn something about what's going on the Web 3.0 and the blockchain here in our community, and support those creators and content makers. And it's innovation. It's what's coming. It's what's here. And Mayor Suarez is doing a great job of putting these events together. Now we have a whole month here in April, Miami. So I want to jump into the first article. Let's talk art. And the first article, well, let's go into first a little banking, right? Banking. Everybody needs finance. We're talking about cryptocurrency, but still we have the community banks. Banking and finance roundup, Seacoast to acquire Miami's Apollo Bank. So let's read into this. This is by the South Florida Business Journal. Ashley Garrett, Seacoast Banking Corp of Florida will acquire one of South Florida's largest community banks in a deal that expected to increase its deposits in the Tri-County region to approximately $2.7 billion. The Stewart-based corporation on the NASDAQ SBCF, the holding company for Seacoast National Bank, has entered an agreement to acquire Miami-based Apollo Bancshares, a parent company of Apollo Bank. Seacoast previously entered the Miami-Dade market organically with a team of commercial bankers, although it does not have any branches in the county. Its portfolio currently includes nearly 1,700 customers, 400 million in loans, and 70 million deposits in Miami-Dade. The proposed transaction continues Seacoast's growth strategy in South Florida, which included the 2021 acquisition of the Boca Raton-based Legacy Bank of Florida and 2020 acquisition of First Bank of Palm Beaches. Apollo Bank operates 5 branches in Miami's Brickell Financial District, Doral, Coral Gables, Hialeah, and Kendall. It had total deposits of $928 million and loans of $665 million of December 31st, 2021. Based on Seacoast's closing share price of $35 as of March 28th, the Apollo transaction is valued at $168 million. The deal is expected to close in the fourth quarter following approvals from the regulatory authorities and Apollo Bankshare shareholders and the satisfaction of other customary closing conditions. Apollo Bank is a customer-focused franchise with outstanding reputation for service excellence and deep customer relationship in the important market. Seacoast Chairman and CEO Charles M. Schaefer said, "We see a great opportunity to grow our presence and expand our position in South Florida by complementing Apollo's strengths with Seacoast innovation and breadth of offerings." Following the transaction's close, Apollo Bank Chairman and CEO Eddie Aurelio will remain with Seacoast, serving as Miami-Dade's market executive. In the beginning of 2008, when I said I wanted to create a bank, I started to look at the banks beyond Miami, and the first one I spent time with was Seacoast. It had been around for almost 100 years, and it's always been a company that I admired and felt I had a natural match with Apollo and how they treat clients, people, and community. Aurelio told the Business Journal, "In order to do the things that our team wants to achieve in the next 10 years, the best thing is to be a part of Seacoast." Bank United enters Atlantic market. Okay, well, that's great. Miami Lakes-based Community Bank opened a corporate banking office in Atlanta as part of a previously announced effort to tap into the city's emerging business sector. So Bank United goes into Atlanta looking for business, and Seacoast buys up South Florida's largest banks, $2.7 billion. Banking and finance roundup. Seacoast to acquire Miami's Apollo Bank. Not only are people moving here, not only are people developing, growth, rising rents, but here's the banking. Here's the people that actually supply the funds to make everything happen. One way, anyways, community banks. And that brings me on to the next article talking about a submarket that is exploding. It started in Wynwood. It sprawled out. Wynwood started as an industrial submarket where you had the cool art and art displays, and you had, the graffiti artists tapping on, spray painting on the walls, and just it was such an art community. And then those artists were basically gentrified out of the submarket because it just got too expensive. And that's what happens when developers come in and bigger retail tenants come in, and that's what happens with when an area is experiencing growth, right? The coolness kind of goes away, but you get more of technology and new product in that submarket. So where do they go? Well, these guys went west. They went across I-95, which separates the submarket of Wynwood in Allapattah. Allapattah is right in proximity to the biggest medical district in Miami, but it also is it's just north of Little Havana as well. So it's west of Wynwood, north of Little Havana, proximity to the growing, huge, one of the biggest medical districts in the nation in Miami. And this is one of the art collectors that moved there some time ago. It says, the article goes, and this is from the Real Deal South Florida Real Estate News. by Lydia Dinkova. It says Rubels expand their Allapattah art space with $11 million industrial building purchase. The tenant Rex Discount Wholesale Grocers relocated to a warehouse in Miami. So as these guys expand in Allapattah, there was someone that had to actually sell them the industrial space who was priced out as well. So there's a lot of shifting. There's a lot of, different plays going on the chessboard right now where what can you afford and what submarket will you be in? This says Murrah and Don Rubel in front. Here's their picture right here. See that? In front of the 1090 Northwest 23rd Street in Allapattah. The Rubel family, well-known art collectors in Miami who run the Rubel Museum, expanded their Allapattah art and cultural space portfolio, paying $10.7 million for an industrial building. Through an affiliate, they bought the former headquarters for Rex Discount Wholesale Grocers. This was owned by Carrera Family Investments, according to the broker's new release. Joe Catan and Anthony Perigny of SVN Commercial Realty brokered the deal. The Carrera family, who own and run Rex Discount, moved their warehouse to 3690 Northwest 62nd Street in Miami. They had paid $4.5 million for the Allapattah facility in 2016. The 45,000 square foot building is on 1.5 acres, property records show. It was constructed in 1946, according to the real estate data aggregator Property Shark. Husband and wife, Don and Mara Rubel, started buying art in 1964. Now make the collection publicly available along with their son, Jason Rubel, according to the Rubel Museum's website. In recent years, the family has made Allapattah for their expedition site, repurposing warehouses into art space. In 2019, they moved the Rubel Museum from Wynwood to a 100,000 square foot space at 1100 Northwest 23rd Street in Allapattah. They also own almost 29,000 square foot of warehouse at 1000 Northwest 23rd Street, paying $5.4 million for the facility in July 2021. The Rubels, through a spokesperson, said they plan to use the new warehouse to expand cultural resources in the community. The family owns the 100-key Albion Hotel at 1650 James Avenue in South Beach as well. Allapattah is a developing and quickly gentrifying neighborhood, with much of the redevelopment focused on adaptive reuse of warehouses. Sounds familiar? Sounds like Wynwood? Sounds like every other submarket that you hear, going from industrial to retail to multifamily, and then office comes in later. Moish Manna has accumulated property in Wynwood as well, including paying $5 million for the industrial buildings at 2300 and 2340 Northwest 7th Avenue and 3100 Northwest 7th Avenue in October 2021. Moish Manna is one of the top property owners in downtown Miami, as long as one of the top property owners in the Wynwood submarket as well. So, sprawling submarkets, rising rents, banks being bought. What's going on with the 10-year? This is something we just keep covering because it keeps increasing. 2.393 as of April 4, 2022. And then we'll look over here at the prime rate on Monday, April 4th, 2022. The average APR on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage rose 11 basis points to 4.966. The average APR on a 15-year fixed rate mortgage rose 12 basis points to 4.075%. And the average APR for a 5-year adjustable rate mortgage ARM rose 4 basis points to 3.584. According to the rates provided by NerdWallet by Zillow, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage is 15 basis points higher than 1 week ago and 188 basis points higher than 1 year ago. Almost 200 basis points year over year. A basis point is 1/100th of 1%. Rates are expressed as annual percentage rates of APR. So if you're going to refinance, if you're going to purchase, you better do it now, or the rates are just going to keep going up. But the good thing is, and there's always a positive way to look at this, if you buy something now, it just gives you the opportunity to refinance in the future to a smaller rate and get a better payment. David McGard's March or April 4, 2022 on Property Value. Have a great day. Enjoy your Monday. See you tomorrow. Bye.